the speaker he is. So I'll just go through some things here for our JV team. Like Dan said, we were 17-3 this year. I felt like we had a really good year as a group, and I felt like they really improved as the year went on. So I'm not going to have them come up here individually. I want them to come up here as a team. So just guys, come on up here and line up right here by me. That'd be great. And Coach Heisman. So these guys are a special group to me because I just had a lot of fun with them. And they are the only group in my whole coaching career of 25 years or so that instead of people maybe quitting during the year and dropping off, our team kept getting bigger. And that's the first time that's ever happened to me. So it was kind of odd. We'd have guys come and they'd say, well, we want to join the basketball team because it looks like a lot of fun. And then, you know, a few weeks later, 3 weeks later, another guy would come. Well, looks like you're having a lot of fun. We want to come play basketball. So, and then a couple of international guys joined the group. So we kept getting bigger and we just kept having fun. So Coach Heisman, I want to thank him. Luke Heisman helped us out all year and did a great job of keeping me in line and pulling me back from the referees a couple times. And did a great job of, you might say, looking after the emotional side of the team when I was being really hard on him. Sometimes he had to smooth things out with him a little bit, or tell me, hey coach, I'm all for pushing them hard, but maybe we need to back off a little bit. So we did a great job of working well with each other and complimenting each other, I think. So we did a great job of helping, and I appreciate that. Also, I want to thank all the moms who made pregame meals. They did a great job of having a meal for the guys before every game and making sure that they had that quality time together. I think that's an important part of what we do, where they can sit down before a game and just hang out together and have that fellowship together before we play. Also, some parents helped with the scorebook. I don't know who all did it. I know there was always somebody. So just thanks to anybody who did that, and also Terry Fatma that did that for a lot of our home games. And Todd and Doug, our custodians, always washed our uniforms. So when we had a game the next day, I'd come into the locker room and the uniforms were always clean and ready to go for the next game. So if you see them, thank them for that, because we don't want to take that for granted. About our team. I'm not going to go through each one of these guys individually because I just want to talk about our team as a group. I think that, like I said, it was a really fun group to coach because there's a few guys that aren't here that contribute to that, but I would single out maybe one guy, Noah Trimer, who's not here, but he just had so much energy that every practice, it didn't matter how things were going, he was so full of energy, he picked everybody up. So that's one guy I would single out, and he picked me up too sometimes. So he was just kind of nonstop go type guy. But so we had a lot of fun, and they probably changed me as a coach because I tend to be a little too serious sometimes, and these guys kept me light and for the most part, and we just had a great time together. Like I said, defensively, I think that this group probably from start to finish improved as much as any group I've ever had. That I really felt like we could beat anybody we played on any given night because I knew that defensively these guys would do a good job of doing what they were supposed to do and keep us in any game. So defensively was a great job that they did there. A few other guys I got to thank. We had 3 managers this year, and I never want to take that for granted because actually this is the first year in a long, long time that we've had somebody willing to be managers. So Bo Risley and Skylar Dolan and Moises Carballo, I'll probably butcher his name again, but helped us out and did a great job of taking stats for us and just being around the guys. and they even wanted to dress some games because they thought it looked like fun too. So they did some stats for us, and one thing I could tell from the stats was how balanced this team is. Because our leading scorer, from our leading scorer to like our sixth leading scorer, was 10 points to 5 points a game. So our leading scorer only averaged 10 points a game. And we probably had 5 or 6 guys that were our leading scorer in any given game. So that made us pretty tough to guard defensively because there was a lot of guys that could step up and do the job on the offensive end. So defensively we were good, offensively we were balanced, and they had fun playing and they always played hard. You know, one thing in practice that we always strive for was to give a great effort, and all of these guys did that. So that's what made them come together as a team. I think that they had that common bond that we're all going to play really hard, and we're going to play together. We're not going to be selfish at all, and we're just going to go out and do the best we can. So that'll turn into a lot of success. So I really appreciate these guys, and I know they're going to do a great job on the varsity level next year, and I'm looking forward to the freshmen coming up, because from what I just heard from Dan, I don't have to do a whole lot of coaching because there's a lot of all-stars there already, so that'll be great. But one thing that struck me this year was we were playing one of the teams in our conference, and their head coach was, after he had watched our freshmen and our sophomores beat his freshmen and sophomores, their varsity coach came up to us and said, well, I know your varsity has like almost all seniors, and I thought maybe, you know, we'd have a couple years where we didn't have to be so concerned about playing Pella Christian. But after tonight's games, I'm concerned again. So I think it woke some people up when they saw our younger level guys play that, hey, it's not going to be a year off next year. It's just going to be another year of having to play Pella Christian. So we're all looking forward to that. So thanks, guys, and keep working at your game.